Why are grading beams used and who should be using them? Two common questions which we're going to answer in this video. Keep watching to find out. Grading beams are designed to make grading large areas much quicker and much easier. They are typically much wider than your standard grading bucket, which means you can cover a large area in a shorter space of time. Some customers have told us that they find grading with a grading beam easier than grading with a grading bucket, but this is down to operator skills. Some customers actually use the grading beam and just leave it static and then use the excavator to track back and forwards while grading. Grading beam is a much flatter and much wider attachment, which means you can do longer strokes than you can typically using the edge or the back of a grading bucket. Regardless of whether you're using a grading beam or a grading bucket, grading is going to be one of those operations that requires more skill to achieve a great finish. So because the grading beam is much deeper and much wider than your grading bucket, this means that you have to keep your grading beam level with the floor at all times during the full movement. If you was to tilt the grading beam either way, then obviously you've got your guiding fins at the front, which are going to dig into the floor, or the sharp corners on the back, which are also going to leave marks behind while grading. Whereas with a grading bucket, so long as your edge is against the floor and stays level with the floor as you're moving, it doesn't matter what angle your blade is actually sitting at, you will still achieve a great finish. All you have to do is make sure that you're not moving the bucket up and down, which then gives you ridges while you're grading. So, not only does the grading beam make your profiling and grading jobs quicker and easier, it also helps to protect your grading bucket. These grading beams are made from a much thicker and a much stronger steel than, say, the shell of your buckets, which means these have a much longer lifespan when grading, especially if you're doing a lot of hard or rough aggregates such as pea shingle or tarmac crushings. So if you thought a grading beam was just an attachment for people that can't grade with a grading bucket, now you know how the grading beam can actually make you much quicker and efficient on those grading and profiling jobs. If you want to see a more in-depth comparison between the grading beam and the grading bucket, click this video here, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss another video from Rhinox. The grading beam is a much... So grading tends to be one of the... What? I did, didn't I?